What happens when the people sworn to enforce the law break it? Because in this case, one officer made a single illegal move. And it didn't just go wrong. It destroyed everything. Most people don't realize this. One small mistake during a traffic stop can invalidate an entire criminal case. And today, you're about to see exactly how it happens. Because this isn't just a story. This is what the United States Constitution actually says about your rights. Backhand index pointing right, let's break down exactly what happened. What was right, what was wrong, and what you should do if this ever happens to you. In this video, you'll learn how one illegal car search completely backfired on police. And more importantly, the exact words you need to say to protect yourself in real life. We're going step by step, using real legal principles and real-world scenarios, because knowing this could change everything. Before we go anywhere further, comment where in the world you are watching from and make sure to subscribe because tomorrow's story is one you don't want to miss. It started like any normal traffic stop. A driver, alone, late at night, gets pulled over. Officer approaches the window. Officer, good evening. Do you know why I pulled you over? Driver, calm. Good evening, officer. Notice something here. He didn't admit guilt. He didn't guess. He stayed neutral. Officer, where are you coming from tonight? Now this is where most people mess up. They start talking, explaining, oversharing. But listen carefully. Driver, I prefer not to answer any questions. That moment right there, that's the Fifth Amendment in action. The right to remain silent. The officer pauses, slightly irritated. Officer, just trying to have a conversation. You got something to hide. Driver, steady tone. I'm just choosing to exercise my rights. No aggression. No attitude. Just control. White heavy check mark right. Calm, minimal responses. Cross mark wrong. Nervous talking, rambling, or admitting things. Because every extra word can be used against you later. This is where everything went wrong. Officer, mind if I take a look inside your vehicle? This question is everything. Because the moment you say yes, you've just given away your Fourth Amendment protection. But this driver knew better. Driver, clear, firm. I do not consent to any searches. Let's repeat that. I do not consent to any searches. That sentence can protect your entire case. The officer stares, now visibly annoyed. Officer, step out of the vehicle. The driver complies, calm, controlled. But then, something critical happens. Without a warrant, without probable cause, the officer opens the car door and starts searching. No permission, no legal basis, just a decision. And in that moment, the entire case begins to collapse. White heavy check mark right, clearly refusing consent. Cross mark wrong, searching without consent or a warrant. Because consent is the line between legal and illegal. This is where everything flips. What the officer thought was a routine search becomes a legal disaster. In court, defense attorney. Officer, did the driver give you permission to search the vehicle? Officer, no. Attorney, did you have a warrant? Officer, no. Attorney, so you conducted a search without consent and without a warrant. Silence. That silence. That's the case falling apart. Because of one powerful legal principle. Fruit of the poisonous tree. If the search was illegal, then any evidence found becomes invalid. Doesn't matter what was found. Doesn't matter how serious it is. If it started illegally, it ends in dismissal. Case weakened. Evidence thrown out. Officer's actions now under scrutiny. White heavy check mark right. Standing firm on your rights. Cross mark wrong. Ignoring constitutional limits. This is what many people don't understand. One violation can destroy everything. If this ever happens to you, you don't need to argue. You don't need to fight. You just need to say the right words. 3 simple phrases. I do not consent to any searches. I am invoking my right to remain silent. I want a lawyer. That's it. No explanations. No debates. Because the more you talk, the more you risk. Your power is in what you don't say. The law applies to everyone, including law enforcement. Your rights under the United States Constitution only work if you use them. Because in moments like this, one sentence can protect your entire future, and one mistake can cost everything. Backhand index pointing right if you want to know how to protect yourself in real-life situations. Subscribe, because next time, it won't be a story, it'll be you.